Hello everybody, and welcome to Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing your reading today. Now, this is a reading for the sign of Cancer, and it is a general love reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit, because you're just going to end up confusing yourself and it's not going to make sense, and as such it will not provide the guidance that it is meant to provide. Alright, so let's get into this, shall we? First up here we have the Three of Swords. So I'm getting that this is an individual or a situation that has caused you a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak here. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, here you're moving on, you're moving forward. This is like a sort of change of luck, in a sense, I would say. It's like the tides are changing, in a sense. The energy is changing, and this is what is really going to help you here with the Six of Swords to move on and move forward with your life. And here with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like this is like a gift from the universe here. Like the universe is going to, here with the Three of Wands, give you the time to really like spend with yourself and heal, right? To really make sense of this situation so that you can properly heal. Because it's one thing to move on, but to like heal from something, to really go through the motions. And a lot of people don't really take into consideration that there is grief involved with the ending of any sort of connection. And it doesn't even have to be the individual that you're grieving. It could be the future that you guys had planned together, the life that you guys were building. But regardless, here with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you're really going to be expressing yourself artistically. I feel like that's what's really going to help you to, heal here. It's going to help you to move forward. And now with there being a camera here in the Three of Wands, I feel like, you could be interested in photography, or maybe this is something that you're like going to pick up in the process of healing. Or, here with how she's painting, you could do something with painting. Either way, you're going to do something artistic, or you're going to be drawn to do something like creative, and that's something that is really going to like help you to get things out and express things in a healthy way. Next up, with the Four of Swords, I feel like, you're going to be spending a decent amount of time in nature, and that's like really going to help to provide you with a peace of mind. It's going to give you the quietness, the space to really, sort through everything properly without having like other people in your ear trying to tell you, how you should feel or how you should look at this, at that, and all that jazz. Like this is your alone time, and it's meant for you to properly dig through everything here to make sense of it all and help yourself, move forward. Because next up here we have the Two of Pentacles, which to me, is speaking of finding a balance in your life. I feel like, when you were with whoever this was, or when you were even involved with whoever this was, because it doesn't even have to be somebody you were in a relationship with. It could just be anybody that you were emotionally involved with, anybody you were giving your time, your energy, and everything to. Excuse me. So having this individual in your life, right, it could have caused you to really feel like you needed to juggle a lot. There was a lot of stuff that, like, how would you put this? It could be anything as simple as, not being able to have your peace, not being able to have time to yourself. So, maybe you had to juggle your time between this individual, your friends, family, work, and whatever else you have to do, and that really did not leave you with much time for you. So you could really, take that time to yourself to sort out how you actually felt. And now, lastly, here, we have the Queen of Wands, which, to me speaks of the Emperor's new groove, right? The Emperor getting his groove back, the Queen getting her groove back. Because this is you moving forward with confidence, with courage. You have genuine, belief in yourself. You don't need anybody else. This is a very independent energy of sorts. All right. Now, for the energies that are currently influencing you when it comes to love, first up here we have Cupid's arrow, representing to have faith that love is coming. There may be a surprise invitation, and you could be struck by love. Now, that is right above healthy choices, self-love and self-care, being happier, love in life. So, I get that this time to yourself, right? You could even be secluding yourself in a cabin for some time. You could just be taking a trip, no matter how long it lasts, and you could be really, taking that time to notice all the patterns and everything to create some sort of change so that you don't keep on ending up in the same unhealthy situations here. And you're also, learning a lot about yourself and the things that genuinely make you happy. And I feel like, in that process, somebody's going to come towards you. There's a situation that's going to present itself, and it's definitely going to be on the more healthy side here. I feel like you're really learning a lot in this time to yourself about your patterns, about, what attracts you to people and why you end up with these particular individuals. And that here is going to cause you to, expand your knowledge, expand your mindset on, again, the kind of people you go towards and why you ended up, with those particular kinds of people. Because here, next up, we have ascending, representing learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union. Oh, there's that Cupid's arrow card, and a new phase with that Wheel of Fortune there. Yeah, you see, all of this had to happen. I feel like this was all meant to happen for you, right? This all had to happen when it did, in the way it did, with who it did, to get you to this point, to really cause you to look inward and want that change for yourself. This was meant for your personal growth. And now lastly, we have sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, and stalking. It was like I was just saying, your perception is changing here. As you spend this time with yourself, you really change the way that you view any sort of connections, but especially when it comes to love. And honestly, once you get into this more healthy relationship, I feel like this past person is going to end up seeing you guys, if you're the kind or the type to post stuff on social media or whatnot. They could even possibly see you in person if you guys live in the same town, even the same state, right? There's always that possibility. All right, so for your advice when it comes to love here, we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Yeah, you see, I feel like that has a lot to do here with that sunglasses card and the changed perception. I feel like, in the past, it was probably very difficult for you to recognize red flags. You were probably the kind of person that would make up excuses for people, rationalize shit for people. But you're not going to be doing that anymore. Next up, we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Yeah, I feel like, this new situation, you're really being asked to trust yourself, to use your discernment, to really like spot, does this individual have red flags? And if they do, are they red flags that I'm willing to deal with? I feel like you're really learning about, how to spot a healthy dynamic here. All right, lastly, we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, and I feel like that has largely to do here with this new phase that you're coming into, with this new perception that you're gaining from these lessons that you've been learning. All right, now at the bottom of the decks here, we have, first up we have the moon with girl with the snake representing charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. And then lastly, we have you deserve love. You are lovable. Yeah, I feel like you're used to situations that here with the moon make you really feel like, you're kind of stuck or in the dark, like there are things that you don't know, but you can sort of like feel are going on. And, in the past, that could have definitely led you to be used in a lot of situations. That could have led you to, enable other people. And I feel like, the result of that at this point is you setting boundaries now. You learning how to set boundaries and stick to them, how to continue to enforce them. And, I feel like a big part of this here is, you realizing that you are genuinely lovable. It's not that there's something wrong with you. It's that, you were used to a certain kind of dynamic when it came to relationships, and that's what really influenced, your interest in a particular kind of individual. This could go back to some sort of, childhood trauma. This could go back to, your, like the relationship dynamic between your parents or whoever it is you grew up with, whoever it is, you grew up seeing as an example of what, love relationships should look like. All right, Cancer, these are the messages that I have for you today, and I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.